Hello and thanks for joining us. I'm Brent Cannon. Residents of the Central Valley no longer need to travel to larger cities for superior and in some cases life-saving care. At 60 years old, life took a sudden turn for retired police officer Richard Jones, requiring a very complex surgery. Fortunately, he was able to stay close to home and his support system, while Community's team of experts got Richard on the road to recover. But as his family remembers, it was a close call.
He was shaking, his body was just gleamed with sweat, and at a point he was delirious because I said, I need to call an ambulance.
Lisa Jones vividly remembers the day her husband Richard was taken to the emergency department at Community Regional Medical Center. He was suffering complications from a previous surgery that he received at another hospital.
And a hernia had formed at the top of my abdomen where the scar was from my previous surgeries. It got to the point when I wasn't able to eat and I had lost about 30 pounds.
Both Richard and Lisa were desperate for a solution, and that's when they were referred to Dr. Amir Fathi, who specializes in hepatopancreatobiliary surgery.
After I looked at the CT scan, it was pretty evident that we were dealing with a very complex, as I said, multifaceted issue. We have motility issues and we had a massive hernia as a cherry on the top. So we designed a surgery. It was a long surgery, but thank God it was successful.
Knowing the gravity of the situation, Dr. Fathi immediately assembled a highly skilled team.
We have a state-of-the-art facility. We have state-of-the-art physicians over here that can provide the care at the level, sometimes even better than the care that they're going to get in outside of the valley.
Richard says as soon as he met with Dr. Fathi, he had hope that he would make it through this.
Like, this is what we need to do, this is what we're going to do, and you can't wait. I said, okay.
Under these complicated and extreme conditions, people like Richard and Lisa might be forced to travel to LA or the Bay Area, but they didn't have time or the luxury of doing that. Thankfully, patients can get high-quality care close to home when they need it most at Community.
It's a financial burden, it's a family burden. When they are here, they have the family's support, emotional support that they need. Imagine you go to San Francisco, you don't know what it is, and it's even hard to find a parking lot where to park. Where is your family going to stay? When you're here, everything is within the reach.
I mean, because we had talked about who's going to watch our dogs for us, who's going to take care of the house. We would have had to make multiple trips to the Bay Area and back if we had gone that route, which for me, being as uncomfortable as I was, that would have been very difficult.
The team's game plan went beyond addressing the immediate issues. There had been the possibility that Richard might be on a feeding machine for life, and Dr. Fathi was hoping to avoid that.
Well, you know that this is a very risky operation. We're going to go through maybe many operations to get you through this. And I just want you to understand how complex this is. And he was like, you know, I really want to eat a burger. He said, I want a burger. Whatever you need to do, just get me to a day that I will have a burger. And it's just simple things in life, right? It was the biggest thing for him.
It's been almost 6 months since Richard had the surgery, and though recovery has been challenging at times, the surgery was successful, and now Richard is back to doing the things he loves.
We're finally at a point where I don't wake up every morning wondering, okay, is he just going to be hunched over on the couch all day, or is he going to be able to do things?
And now I'm doing everything.
And as for Richard's special request,
I made sure before he was discharged from the hospital, it was a hospital burger. It was not that impressive of a burger. But for him, it was a big deal. He had a burger before he left the hospital.
Community's a hidden gem in California of a hospital, as far as I'm concerned.